Girl Talk. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are filming at America's Best Flowers. I can't get over how beautiful this set is that they put together for us today.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Good. It's really gorgeous. I'm excited that it's fall. I'm not so sure I'm looking forward to winter, but I love fall.
It's always too short. It's my absolute favorite season, though. Do you guys like fall?
Yeah, it's my favorite. Always.
What do you like about it, Ellen?
I think I love just the changing of the colors. One of my favorite fall activities is carving pumpkins, and I love the roasted pumpkin seeds.
Oh.
Do you guys like those?
Oh, yeah. Do you ever put garlic salt on the top?
Yes.
Yes.
Yummy.
Yes,
And you
very
can do
good.
all sorts of different flavors.
I think there's something about this season too that maybe like brings a lot of adults back to their childhood because
Yeah.
there's these traditions and processes you go through, carving pumpkins, raking leaves, the changing colors like you said, and different activities that just like, I don't know, the
That's a good
smells in
point.
the air, they just bring back your childhood. And I had a lot of fun in the fall. We always had traditions that we did. So.
Do you have a favorite fall activity with your family?
Yep, I like going out to the corn mazes and all those, these farms put on these like really amazing, extravagant experiences.
Yeah.
You get to go and be in their farm, and they do it in this great way. And they usually have like caramel apples and like, running around a cornfield is something I did as a kid. So it's just, my kids love it. So that would be my favorite.
Do you have a favorite, Janet?
I think of leaf piles when I was
Yes.
a kid
Yeah.
and jumping in them, and now I mostly have my dog jump in them.
That's always really fun to do with the dogs, though. The dogs like,
Yeah.
I'll admit, I actually one year I buried my dog except for his head, and he just stayed there, and I took his picture, so it was kind of this floating head in a pile of leaves. But
he was probably so happy. Yeah.
and I do have already my raking blister for this season.
That's
You're
your favorite
already
fall
raking?
thing. You're raking
Always
blister.
so ahead of the game
But
with
see,
everything.
Here's the thing.
Already raking.
I'm raking, but none of them are even my leaves. That's how it goes.
The neighbors.
Oh, because they
The
blew,
neighbors.
yeah.
Nothing against my great neighbors,
My
but
favorite fall things, I mean, I love all of those things. I can't pick one. I love the crisp, cool air. I love the smell of leaves. There's something about that smell. I think it, to your point, brings you back to childhood traditions. And then two sort of selfish ones. I love fall fashion.
I was going to say, you like to pop that fall lip?
And I love fall colors because when you've got reddish hair, fall is your color all year round.
True.
So it's finally okay.
This is like your time
always
to
okay.
shine.
It is. It's my season.
Oh, I love that. So much fun. And we're
There's
going to...
candy too.
Candy, right?
Candy
It's
never
always
hurts,
a good
just
thing.
saying.
And warm apple cider, great things. And we're going to be talking to the folks here at America's Best Flowers later on in the show about some things you're going to want to plant now to think ahead to spring. So stay tuned for that. We're also chatting with the creative company, just a fantastic woman. I don't
Miss
know.
Laura,
Yeah, I'm
A
really
real
excited to
go-getter.
chat with her. Yeah,
Impressive
she's
lady.
on your side for women entrepreneurs.
absolutely. And then, of course, Tia Lynn with Contours. And
You know
this-
why? It's Thanksgiving.
I was going to say, important holiday coming up that you're not going to want to miss.
biggest
if
one
you
of the
don't
year,
know what
yeah.
that is, stay tuned. That'll be coming up next.
Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are having a lovely time here enjoying the fall beauty around us here at America's Best Flowers.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. We're out in Cottage Grove on Vilas Hope Road. Come out here and check out all the fall beauty that they have here. We're surrounded in it, and it's lovely.
It's great.
I'm also surrounded in other beauty, being, of course, Ellen Jessup, but Tia Lynn, my favorite. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We love having you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been having some fun behind the scenes, but I want to focus on you because rumor has it you have your own registered holiday. What
do.
is this? Tell me. I know, right? Tell me, what is it?
This is so fun. It's Happy Thanksgiving. You heard it. Thanksgiving. So
Only on Girl Talk.
We're going to stop smiling. Yes, this is
So-
wonderful.
everyone that comes in for a bra fitting and contours in the month of November gets a Happy Thanksgiving thong or panty gift. So it's super fun. And you do have to say Happy Thanksgiving.
You have to say that to get the
You
gift.
do, you do.
Okay, good. Well, because I wouldn't, I mean, I think that everyone's waiting to say that, so you'd want to get in
Yes.
there and say it in order to get your gift. And then you're showing thanks too, right?
Exactly.
Thongs.
This is the best holiday ever. I love this.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Sure does.
So are there festivities like Festivus for the rest of us? Thanksgiving obviously being one of them.
Why, yes. You know, in October we have Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so
Yeah.
we have lots of games and prizes, and we continue that through November. We just kind of discovered that our friends are all looking for something to do
Yeah.
in these fall months, and so we have a lot more fun in the fall.
Oh, I love that.
Fun in the fall.
It's a great time to shop
Motivation.
for all kinds of gifts and things for yourself. And I love the idea of these sort of events, and Thanksgiving is awesome. I love it. It's just a great conversation starter too. But a few of us used to work in retail ourselves, and Black Friday is like the big day.
Oh, my,
So
yeah.
now that we get to shop on Black Friday, what about bras? Are people out looking for bras on Black Friday? Is there a benefit to bra shopping on Black Friday, or is it just too crazy?
You would think that it would be slow, but for us, there are so many families that have family members in town for the holiday that they've almost made it an annual event. Like there are certain families that all come in and they're from all different parts of the country and they come in for their annual bra fitting, and it's so much fun when ladies are
that
together.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful tradition for the holidays, isn't it? It really is. I love it. Thank you for bringing that out to everyone.
But it's also a great way if you kind of want to be, if you're hinting to a family member that maybe it's time, like, oh, let's all go together.
Yes, I agree.
Gentle reminder
Right,
to
yeah.
upkeep. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Let's talk a little bit too about, okay, so there's obviously, we got guys watching the show, thinking about gifts. If you're not sure what to get your girl, because it is hard, you don't really want to guess wrong on the size. Gift cards, if you ask me, I think you're going to say the same, are always a great option.
I think they always are, because you are going to give a gift that they can enjoy, wear every day, or maybe it's something special for a special time that they wear occasionally.
It's almost a gift for the guys too. It's
Oh,
kind
it
of
is.
a win-win.
It is. And we wrap them up with big bows and you go in looking good. And then my suggestion is always to give it a week before the actual event that you're celebrating, so that she has a chance to come in and pick out her gift, and then she'll wear it for you.
Well, the thing that I like about that is you're not just giving a gift card or the opportunity to get product. You're giving an experience, and it's really a life-changing experience, because I think we can all attest to the fact that it makes a huge difference when you get it right.
Totally.
So we
So
love
much
you for
more
that.
comfortable, and you just feel more confident. I think you carry yourself differently, which is
Totally.
huge.
Yeah.
But obviously, with everything you've got going on, it sounds like it's a pretty good time to come in and get fitted, so that you can tell people exactly what you want for the holidays, or just a fun time to enjoy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Give me a chance to say that.
If you want to come get fitted, is it good to make an appointment? Just drop by.
People can pop in whenever they're ready. We're always ready. We have multiple bra fitters on hand, and this is a really good time of year. We are completely stocked in sports bras, and we have our largest inventory of t-shirt bras I think that we've ever had. So I'm
great.
excited about that too.
Awesome.
And I just want to
Yeah.
say before we head to break, if it sounds intimidating to go through this process, because I found it a little bit to be daunting or possibly intimidating, I've done it. It's not. It's wonderful and fun. So thanks, Tia.
Blast.
Thank you.
Thanks to you. Great staff over there too at Contours. Thank you for joining us today. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk at America's Best Flowers right after the break.
Hi, welcome back to Girl Talk. We're having a great time here. If you don't recognize this space, we'll share it with you. It's America's Best Flowers. These guys are fabulous, and it is fall in here. That's because it's starting to be fall out there. We're going to learn a little bit of why you can have fun and how you can have fun here at America's Best later in the show. Right now, I'm really excited to introduce you to a fabulous lady sitting right to my left. You're right. This is Laura Gallagher, and she is the owner of the Creative Company. We're talking about an incredible event, and we're so glad to have you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jessa.
So we have been really excited as we've sort of learned about the event unfolding. It's called WED Wisconsin, which stands for Women's Entrepreneurship Day, and a really special thing. Before we get into the details, there's a big why behind why you're producing this event.
Right. So 90% of women-owned businesses still only employ themselves. And in terms of venture capital, we get 1/5 the amount of venture capital. We are also much less likely than our male counterparts to make over $100,000 a year. At age 47, I received an award from the governor for being a trailblazer in Wisconsin. And then I spent the next year working on learning what was between kind of where I was at even and what was possible. And the gaps are real, but we can build a bridge. And that's what this conference is about, helping you to build a bridge to a more successful economic future for yourself, your family, and your community.
I like the way that you explain that, because we sort of know that there's some inequalities still, but when you hear some of the statistics, it really kind of puts it at home for you that it's still really out there.
Yes, and it's fine if that's where you want to be. You can have a lifestyle brand where you are running a small enterprise out of your home or a small office. But if you want to grow, we want to make sure that you have the tools to get there, which is why Women's Entrepreneurship Day, a full day conference of learning, connection, opportunity. We're going to do a live think tank is happening at Monona Terrace on November 14th, a Tuesday. And we just hope everyone will come and support all women in business.
You bet. Well, we'll be there.
Yes, we'll be there, definitely.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Laura, for being here, and thank you for putting on this event in Madison. I was able to talk with Laura and learn a little bit about the event prior to this conversation, in that this is the first time it's in Madison. Tell us where else it is and give us some kind of comparisons and some history on it.
Yes, so last year I attended the event at the United Nations and had a chance to meet Mindy Grossman from Home Shopping Network, now with Weight Watchers, and Katie Beauchamp from Birchbox, one co-founder of Birchbox. She's
Birchbox is great, yeah.
Birchbox is great.
In case you didn't know it, Laura's a big deal.
No, and I had the most amazing and inspiring day. And so when I returned, I applied to be an ambassador for Wisconsin. I was chosen in the spring, and then I went off to another entrepreneurship program at Babson College for scholars who were already in business. Learned a ton more, and I thought in June when I returned and graduated, we could do something here that would put all of these ideas together in a one-day conference. But we had less than 150 days to do it. So I assembled an amazing advisory board with leaders from everything from the University of Wisconsin-Madison to the Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce to small business to Doyen Group to G-Beta and Generator to, let's see who else is on that board. I don't know, everybody's on the board. We've got a really large advisory board, but that's how you get things done.
Yeah.
You bring the best of the best together.
And delegate.
And you just work it. And so on November 14th at Monona Terrace, we're going to be in good position to bring something new to the marketplace, which is really what entrepreneurism is all about, right?
Exactly. You got the essence of it right there,
Yes.
what you just said.
And whether you're in business now, or you work for a company, or you're in the nonprofit sector, entrepreneurial efforts happen everywhere all the time. So it's just about beginning and being a part of it and learning what's possible within your own sphere.
Thank you again.
So we're changing Trailblazer to Big Deal for your governor's award. Laura, give us some of the nitty-gritty of what people can expect to when they go to this event.
Right. Well, we're going to open with a keynote speaker, Allison Lytle, who's from Wausau, Wisconsin. She's going to talk about life under construction. And we're going to move from that into a live think tank exercise with a PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison's Weinert Center for Entrepreneurship. She is going to kill it. This is all about vision. This is all about funding. And I can't tell you what's going to happen in that, but everyone's going to be given the opportunity to think about and to plan for what's possible, to kind of go there in their minds. Then we have a session on from the SBA and how to get funding at any stage. Then Mary Burke's going to talk about Building Brave. And we move into how to use data to move your ideas forward. And then sort of a small business view of things, to grow or not to grow, and a big business idea about to grow or not to grow. And we're also going to have a nonprofit, entrepreneurial focused panel as well.
Oh my goodness.
So much good
gracious.
stuff.
Yeah, it really is. I love the idea of this event, and whether you're already a business owner or you just want to take it to that next level, it sounds like such a great lineup and a huge undertaking for you guys to plan this whole thing. So it really is a big deal. I mean that, and it's a big deal to have you on our show, so thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Jessa.
Again, this is Laura Gallagher with The Creative Company. We'll be right back with more Girl Talk. If you want to find out more about WED Wisconsin, go to wedwisconsin.org. We'll see you after the break.
All of our guests at America's Best Flowers out in Cottage Grove. And right now we have a special guest. We have the general manager and the growing guru from the Edgerton location. This is Spike. Spike, thanks for sitting in with us today.
Yes, thanks for having me back. Good to be back with you.
So we are surrounded by straw bales and mums, and you've got the scarecrow making classes going on, which looks kind of fun.
What a fun idea to do with your family, or just, come out for an afternoon.
What a girl, top girl.
They have racks of clothing where you can pick out your attire for your scarecrow.
Literally racks.
Yeah, literally
I'm very
racks.
impressed by the selection.
And even Green Bay Packer attire for your scarecrow if you're so inclined.
Go Pack Go.
Yeah, but we're not actually talking fall. We're talking spring today.
Yeah, now is the time to be planting those spring bulbs, your tulips, daffodils, hyacinths. When the weather gets nice in the spring and the tulips are coming up, we get a lot of people coming in the store going, I want to buy some tulips and this stuff. And that's not the time of the year that you plant them.
Break the bad news and tell them.
And it's always hard because then they don't, by the time fall comes around, you're not thinking about that. But that's
Right.
what you need to be doing now is coming in, we've got lots of different variety of spring bulbs. Now is the time of year that the weather's cooler, the soil is cooler, get your bulbs in the ground and they'll go through the cool period and next spring you'll have a beautiful bulb garden.
That always amazes me that you can plant something very unimpressive looking in the ground. It doesn't freeze,
Yeah.
and it produces such a beautiful blossom in the fall.
Yeah, it's down just far enough, it's protected a little bit, it goes through its cool chilling that it needs, and next spring it'll be up, and for spring, several springs after, you'll just keep getting better and better gardens.
Maybe that's why they're so enjoyable in the spring.
Yeah.
It's just that whole fascination with it.
Well, especially here, you know, in Wisconsin, when you've gone through such a long winter and it seems like it's never going to end. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but in the spring, when you start to see those first blossoms, it just feels like a rebirth, you
Yep.
know, of the world outside.
Yep, and that's like I say, everybody comes in then and, oh, I need to get them in. But, so
Right.
trying to get you to remember now is the time of year to do that. And then you can, and then every fall you can add a little bit more to it and increase it, get it bigger and bigger every year for you.
I love that. And I was kind of impressed by the variety of different bulbs that we're looking at here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different varieties, several different types of tulips, daffodils, hyacinth. We've got garlic that you can plant.
Garlic.
Garlic, yes.
Does that
now's
get
the
a
time of year.
flower? Does
It does, but it's pretty insignificant. It's more just the stalk, and then you harvest the bulb next spring and out of your garden.
And then you let it dry out.
Let it dry out.
Okay.
Yep. And we know we've got some different tools for planting bulbs. This is a bulb planter. You stick this down in the soil, kind of twist it, it'll pull the soil out.
Nice.
Gets you down to that 4 to 6 inch depth that you want to be at.
Let's talk a little bit more about the how. I've just been sort of sitting over here learning, not being the green thumb of the group, and I'm really fascinated about this. One of the things that is attractive to me is the idea of being able to plant it before spring, because when spring comes around, I'm spring
busier.
cleaning.
Yep.
So I love the idea that my bulbs can just already be ready to go, blossoming in the spring.
Yep.
And I want to talk a little bit about the how, because I know there's different types, and I like the tool. So give me some sort of pointers.
Yep, it's going to tell you right on the front of the package, like on our tulips, there's going to be different. There's early spring, mid-spring, late spring.
Oh, perfect.
And it'll tell you right on there which one they are, so you can get some of each, so you can kind of stagger your period. And on the back of the package, it's going to tell you how tall the plant's going to get. It's going to tell you how deep to plant it. 4 to 6 inches is usually about perfect.
How do they know when they're supposed to come up? Do you give them a pep talk
Oh,
It's your time
in
to
the
shine.
fall? Like, you're going to need to stay in there a little longer.
They
You
go
come
through
out
their
right away.
They go through a chill period in the cool, and that's
Okay.
what sets it, builds their energy. It sets them, and then once the ground starts to warm up in the spring, that's what germinates them and gets them to come up.
Okay.
The part I always get confused on is how close together.
Yeah.
Right.
You can
don't
plant
want to
them.
overdo it. But
Nope, you can pack them in there as
Really?
tight as you want, or you can space them out. Yep.
So you can't really overdo these.
Nope, you really can't screw it up.
And do you have a squirrel-proof remedy? Because mine tend to get dug up.
Yeah, we can't guarantee things, but we do recommend putting some Repelzol. You can actually, when you plant your bulb, sprinkle this right in there on top of the bulbs. So if the critters are digging down in there, this can kind of deter them.
So wait, you put the bulb in, this on top, and then soil?
Yep, and then
Okay.
I even usually will put a little bit of that on the soil
On
too.
the top.
And is
Yeah.
this safe if you have, cats or dogs
Yep,
around?
yep. It's all natural ingredients, and it's
Okay.
just kind of sense that they stay away from.
I see.
Otherwise, sometimes the chipmunks and stuff get used to that, and they will still dig them up. So you can't even.
Smart little buggers.
People will sometimes even plant the bulbs and then put some chicken wire or something over the
Gotcha.
bulbs and then the soil. So when they dig down in there, they hit that chicken wire and it stops them from
I
digging.
don't even think of squirrels. I would think maybe a good thing to do would be just to plant some acorns in the neighbor's yard.
I like the way you're thinking. How about if you've already got some bulbs too and you're maybe adding some more? Is that what kind of this treatment?
Yep, this is a organic bulb tone. It's kind of an organic fertilizer. We recommend when you're planting your new bulbs, put a little bit in with your bulb. Otherwise, if you've got older established beds, sprinkle it on top of the soil. It's a good way to add a little bit of nutrients to your soil and keep them as strong as they can possibly be.
How about last two rules of thumb? Which direction for the bulb? And if you have old bulbs, how do you know if they're still good? Like maybe you've been storing them.
As long as they've been dry, anytime they get moisture on them, if they're molding a little bit, if they'll feel soft, then it's probably not any good. If it's still pretty hard and it's not wet, then you're probably going to be okay. And as far as planting them, they're going to have a little tip edge, and they're going to have a kind of a rounded bottom. The tip goes forward.
Oh.
But if you happen to plant them
The tip
backwards,
is where the
yep. If you happen to plant them backwards, plants figure their way up. They know which way to go.
We don't have
I
a lot
love
of
that.
time yet, so I'm rooting for the flowers because we really want to share what you've done recently.
Yeah, last week we did the Society of American Florists had a day, they call it Pedal It Forward. And basically, both of our florist shops, we went in Edgerton and Cottage Grove, and we went around and we gave 2 bouquets to random people, and one for them to keep and one for them to pass to anybody that they wanted. And it really went over well. We saw a lot of wonderful smiles.
no strings attached.
No strings attached. People were, some tears. We had some really cool stories shared with us. So
It's
so
a nice
fantastic.
reminder how wonderful it is to get flowers for no particular reason.
yeah. So we thought, in the spirit of Pedal It Forward, we'd share it with our wonderful friends here at WI57.
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. Thank you. Thank you, Spike. This is Spike. He's from the Edgerton location of America's Best Flowers. We've been at America's Best Flowers today. Thanks to all of our guests. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Girl Talk.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.